Hello all, welcome to our Docker series where we are going to learn all the concepts of Docker from basic to advanced. So our today's topic of Docker is to create the operating system as a container in our Docker virtual machine. So as you all aware about like what is Docker? So Docker is a platform that lets you build, ship and run applications inside lightweight containers. So it is a way to package your application with everything it needs like code, libraries, dependencies, environment to run your application. So let's start with our today's topic of creation of a container as operating system in the Docker. So so you can see I log in here. I'm logging on in this virtual machine ubuntu. So this is my root user. So just wanted to check the whether docker is already installed or not, as I already installed this docker in our last session. So just validating it with the docker version command first. So yes, docker is already installed on it. If you want to install the docker on the your virtual machine, you can refer my first video on docker from this series. Okay, so let's start with the creation of operating system as a container. So this is our virtual machine and we are going to create one container. So that will create one small container of Ubuntu only. So that also you can use as a virtual machine, but it will not contain all the features same as this virtual machine because that is lightweight in nature. So we already know Docker creates a lightweight container so that we can manage our applications efficiently. So let's start with the Docker command. So we'll write Docker run command here first, Docker run dash dash name, and we have to give the container name here. Let's give C1, or you can give any name to your container, and then we have to write dash IT. So the purpose of dash IT here, so we are going to create one lightweight container which is having Ubuntu as a image so that you can run a lightweight container Ubuntu container in your virtual machine Ubuntu. So whenever you write dash IT here, so dash IT stand for interactive terminal. So it will enter you into the your container Ubuntu directly once you hit this command. So I'm just giving the image name. So we are using the Ubuntu in this session. You can use any of the image like CentOS, BusyBox, anything is fine. As many of us are using Ubuntu, so we are proceeding with the Ubuntu as a image in this container. So let's hit enter here. So once you hit the enter, it will start creating the C1 container. So see, it is created. So you can see the difference. Earlier we were in the virtual machine Ubuntu, which was my base virtual machine. And on the top of that, we have created the container C1, which is having Ubuntu as a image. So with this dash IT command, it helps us to enter into the C1 container, which is having Ubuntu image. So that's the magic of Docker. So I will show you, we can do all the things whatever we can do in our normal virtual machine. So for example, let's try to create one small file. So I'll just create a VM file one. So see here it is saying VM command not found. So as we already know that Docker containers are very lightweight in nature. So it will not contain all the packages by default in the container. So as per the requirement of project or as per the requirement of production, we have to install the Docker, we have to install these packages and all. So we have to install the Vim package for that. So let's start with the installation. First, we have to update the repository or update the package. So I'll say apt update. Then we have to install the package Vim. Okay, so it is updated. Then I will install the Vim package apt install dash y vim. Okay, so it is starting installing. It will ask us for some details. So we can give any details as per our requirement of region and all. So let's wait for that to come here first. Okay, it is asking for region. I'm selecting Asia. You can select anything. So for hands-on purpose, I'm choosing anything. Okay, so I'm just clearing out this session for better view. Okay, now if you try to create any file, for example, we'll say file one. So see, you are enter into the file and we can edit this file as well. So I'm just writing here. To writing in this file one with the vim command, you just have to press I from your keyboard so that you can write anything. So here I will say we are going to create os as a container in Docker. So to save this file, first do the escape from your keyboard and then hit this command :wq, and it should be like this. So you have saved the file one. Now if you check the files, here you can see file one is created. So this file one is created under our Ubuntu C1 container, which is having Ubuntu as a operating system, lightweight operating system. Now if you want to use your git in this, so we can check first if the git is installed on this or not. So of course it will not by default install, so we have to install this git as well with this command like apt-get install git. So this will help you to install git on this machine. Say yes. So as per the requirement of project or client, we have to install all these packages manually so that it will not have much load on this container and it will be a lightweight. Okay, so it is installing the git here. We are almost on end. Okay, that's all, just making it clear. And if you check the git version now, it will be installed. Okay, you can see. So that's all about our operating system as a container in Docker. So if you want to exit from this container and come into your root virtual machine, you just have to hit the exit command. So you can see now you are in the base virtual machine or original virtual machine. So we have exited from the C1 container, which was having Ubuntu as a Ubuntu as an image in the C1 container. So now if you check Docker container ls, so you are unable to see any running container even after we created C1 as a container. This is because whenever we use this exit command, Docker automatically stop that container. Then we have to stop this container manually. But what if you want to, if you don't want to stop your container, maybe some application is running on that container and you don't want that downtime. So for that, we can use one command so that while exiting, you will not exit from the your like C1 container which is having Ubuntu installed. So for that, first we have to start the C1 container. So I'll just start it. So now if you check, your container is up and running. See, Ubuntu C1 up and running. Now you have to give one command, docker execute dash it. Here you have to give the container name and you have to specify bash here. What does this command will do? So it will keep your container running in the background even if you exit it from the container. So just hit it. So now if you see, you are again entered into the Ubuntu container. So if you check the files and all whatever we were created earlier, so it is automatically there. You can see our file one. Also we installed the git, so you can check the git version as well. Yeah, you can see git is also installed in it. So now if you are exiting from this container, so and now if you see, if you check whether your container is stop automatically or it is running in the background. So I'm just giving this command first, docker container ls. See, we are not exited from our container C1. Earlier, without this command, we were automatically exited from the container. But after executing this command bash, it is running in the background and there is no impact on your application. Now, let's say example, if you want to want to go in your container, you can use this command as well. Docker attach C1. So it will help you to enter directly into your C1 container where Ubuntu is installed on it. So I'm just again exiting it, ls. Okay, docker container ls. Okay, so again, so see, this is again stop read, because whenever we are going into the, whenever before entering into the docker container, you have to hit this command, docker ex execute c1 bash. So why, see this error, why this error is coming here? Because our docker container is in a stop state. So we have to start this container first, and then we have to hit this command. And now if you exit it from here, for example, let's check the file one. Yeah, file one is already there. If you want to read this file, file one, you can see this content, whatever we write earlier. Just save it as it is and come out of that. And now if you exit it from here and check the docker container ls, see, container is up and running. So whenever you want to keep your container running in the background, you have to give this command every time, so that while exiting into from that docker container, you will not exit by stopping your container. So that's all about our operating system as a container. So we saw how we can create the operating system as a container in the Docker. So we can use multiple operating systems like Ubuntu, CentOS, and we have created files inside that, and we have installed Git as well. So thank you all.